Hello, I'm Flo and welcome to this community garden here, which is just a few miles from Watford on the edge of the Chiltern Hills. This garden has been, as you see it, or you will see it, going since 2020, October 2020, and I was given a bursary by Charles Dowding so that I could learn more about his no-dig methods and about caring for the soil. And caring for the soil is something that underpins all of the cultivation that goes on here. Before this was taken on as a community garden, it was in a little bit of a mess. People had tried, and they tried heroically, but it's a big old space, and so what it needed was a team really behind it. And we're lucky enough to live in a village where lots of people wanted to be involved, and a community garden was a really popular thing to do. It was mainly grass, quite a lot of bindweed, an awful lot of ground elder, so we had our work cut out at the beginning, but we have stuck with the no-dig methods. We've laid down cardboard, and on top of that cardboard we've put compost, and that's generally local authority compost. You know, when you put your brown bin, or whatever colour your bin is, the one that takes garden rubbish, that gets turned into pretty good quality compost, and we laid that down along with wood chip on the paths. And although some pernicious weeds have grown through, bindweed in particular, it's turned out really well, and everything seems to be growing apace. We had some help, really kind help, from local builders who gave us their time for nothing, and other people have put in structures that I for sure would have really struggled to put in on my own. We have got a lovely beehive, a top bar beehive, and they've been a complete joy. The bees came from a swarm. I got a call one day and I just had to jump in the car in my bee suit with a box and go and get them, and came back, tipped them in, and they seem to have adapted really happily to their new home, and they're a total delight. So far no one's been stung, but don't want to tempt fate. We had an open day at the end of May, which was a terrific success. We had a jazz band, people coming, having a look round, a few little stalls. It was such fun, and we just got this real feeling that the whole village was behind this. And we got people of all ages, there were kids there, there were grandparents there, and everyone in between. Support from local politicians. Yeah, really, really grateful for all the help we've had. And moving on from there, that really sort of galvanised support, and we do monthly composting sessions where people turn up with their grass cuttings or their leaves or whatever they might have to give. Some local gardeners have been bringing me grass cuttings from people who don't want it, and we're making just brilliant compost with it. Recently we had the local primary school, some kids from the local primary school came in to visit, and they were terrific. They were enthusiastic, polite, just gorgeous, and they were so knowledgeable. You wouldn't have guessed that little children in year 2, year 1 reception, they knew terms like photosynthesis and respiration. They knew that plants made their food from light. They were extraordinary, and they loved it. They loved pulling up the potatoes and seeing what was underneath. They took home some carrots and beetroot. They even dared to put their hands into the compost to feel the heat of it. They were terrific. And when they left, they each planted a little seedling out. So I'm hoping that by the end of the summer there will be 2 gorgeous beds full of flowering plants, Verbena bonariensis, cosmos, open dahlias, and that they'll be able to see the fruits of their labour, and it will be buzzing with insects. So overall, this has been the most terrific project. I can't think of a better way of spending lockdown. I think it will go from strength to strength. I hope it will fulfil all its aims to be educational, environmental, social, get people thinking about where their food comes from, and just here's to the future of this community garden.